I stay in position 1 often so I can see way ahead and people can see me. And I try not to get too close, obviously, but I'm far enough. On big trucks, I'll go to the right because of the wind. Position 3. Come back to position 1. Kind of close to 2. And this way people can actually see me when they're coming this way. Ah, yeah. Then I can see people going to pass other people. Gives me enough room to motivate this way, to the left, to the right if I need to. Go into the center. I know some people don't want to ride in the center because they say oil and all that, but I've never had a problem in the center. I won't do it when it first rains, but afterwards, the water rolls off to 1 and 3. So if I stay in the center, it's pumped up and it's cleaner. But seriously, in the rain, I still ride pretty normal. Don't lose much on traction. So as I'm coming up on this curve up here, I'm preparing myself kind of before I get in, so I'm going to drop down into 5th, flip it. I like to kind of come in a little late and then roll in. And then look all the way out to the other side. 9 feet, straighten, go. Without upsetting the suspension. We'll do the same thing over here to the left. As I start going in, I'll roll up throttle, hit, go in a little late, stay in, just like that. I'm on the balls of my feet, and so if I'm going to go to the right, I just barely put a little bit off, and then I just look through. Same thing to the left. I stay in my lane. I didn't need to gear down on that, so these are pretty good. But I like to practice out here a lot. So coming up on my right, left foot flat on the peg, all my feet on my right, look through, keep my bike straight, go. Accelerate. Coming up, same thing, kind of to the outside, so I can see. Then I come into the inside. Now that's how I street ride it. From my length of left, further out here, so I can't see there, but once I'm out of here, I'll be able to see that. And I keep my fingers. So I trail brake that a little bit if I'm going too fast. Now we're turning in here. Try to keep the lean angle as minimal as possible. Here, ball, right foot around the peg, in between the arcs, I guess, for better words. I do the same thing with this. I can stand the ball on my feet. I'm alright. It gives me option to move my butt any way I want if I want to practice that. And sometimes you'll get people who, on a 50-mile-an-hour road, are going to go about 35. The curve is 35, the road itself is 50. So it's just saying when you're going around the curve, go 35. So over here, it's a blind corner. Drop down to 4th. Stay kind of close to the line so I can see. See on the outside. What I do so I can see people if I need to see them. See, they're trail breaking in. Motorbike doesn't have to really do that. We got a lot. I can pass them up here. Matter of fact, right here. Release the throttle, stay on the outside of the line, go down to 5th, apply a little bit of brake, start releasing it once I was starting to lean. So some people call the FZ1, I guess they would say it's kind of a touring bike, but it's not really. I mean, Japanese call it a sport bike, and it really is. It's got a lot of power. And it'll take curves really nice. I take curves and try to keep as straight as I can with the less amount of lean angle that I can. When I start coming up to these, so I can't go too close to the big diesel, but that's alright, I'm in the center. Straighten her out and then start going. Yeah, buddy. And then we'll hit the ones back this way. And this is how I run them, so again, I'm using the principles that I've learned. Balls of the feet, depending on what direction you're turning. And then hook the knee. If I'm going to the left, my right knee will hook into the tank because I have my foot flat on the peg. I've gotten so where I don't even put my foot down on this bike. I can actually stop it without even putting my foot down. It's kind of fun. I learned that stuff by watching other guys doing slow speed maneuvers. In any case, practice is where it's at. The more you practice, the better you get, the more comfortable, the looser you get. And you can do the chicken wings or exhales, the looser weight when I'm riding my R1. And then when I'm riding my R1, I'll do the chicken wings and then I'll do the exhale. So we're coming up on this curve that's 30 miles an hour. Now how many moto riders? So when I'm coming up here, drop down to 5th, I apply 5% brake, start releasing on the tip end. And then I can really start accelerating. And when I hit the slow point, like here, there's really not a slow point. Here I'll do the same thing. I don't see much of a slow point. Back it up a little bit. this is what I do even on curves that I don't recognize as I'm going through. I'm kind of checking first and kind of watch them. I'm coming up on the 30-mile-an-hour curve up here, gear down, fifth, fourth, right, brake. And the gradual release is pretty quick, so see how I'm coming up here? I can actually start applying brake to slow down. And it's not much. I mean, I'm talking maybe, I want to say maybe the same 5% that I would be using to 8%. So it's not a big deal. But as you can see, I'm able to stop because I'm already looking and I already see the obstacle. And that's the important part, in my opinion, is the vision, developing your skill so that you're able to do that. And when you're able to do that and actually go around a curve, because a lot of guys will say don't brake around a curve, but you can do that. You can brake. You can brake. It just has to be progressive braking, and it cannot be abrupt. If it's abrupt, you're going to lock up that front tire and then you will eat it. So here I'm just going second gear. I'm going 15 miles an hour. I could probably drop down to first gear and be just fine. But either way, this is a detuned R1 motor, so it's not as powerful per se as my R1. Like the R1, I can leave it in first and it does good, but in any case, that's so we're going in the same direction. Actually, I'm gonna go to the left on this one. There's some good, more good twisties over this way. Again, I'll stop. I seen that car coming, and I'll wait. I'm not in a big hurry. I like to be clear, and then I'll do my turn, nice tight little U-turn. But practicing gets you that good, gets you where you're capable of doing those. Again, we have a blind corner coming up, and I'm just showing you the things that I've learned through coursework, but also since I've been riding, and the things that have helped me expose myself to being able to see further. See, like this, the same thing. I stay on the outside, come in towards the inside. And the same thing, because I can't see past these trees, but once I get here I can. And then I'm looking all the way over that way as I'm going around this corner. But I revert my eyes back and forth. Not constantly, but I do keep my eyes coming back and forth. So I look way ahead of me. I can see that sign that says there's another right-hand curve coming, 40. And me being the good pedestrian rider that I am, now watch for there's rocks too. Oftentimes there'll be rocks throughout these roads. There's a lot of farmland out here, so you gotta watch that. So these curves aren't too bad. I think we'll kick on when I get to these other curves. They're pretty cool. I like them. You can actually take them pretty fast if you want. Same thing here. Watching, there's a blind curve, but we're going to come out to the other side a bit. See, if I'm going too fast for a curve, that's when I want to use my trail braking. When we freak ourselves out, I'm not freaking myself out, so maybe this will help some people when they're doing curves, because I like to do the twisties quite a bit, actually. And for me, every twisty opportunity is a chance to practice. Whether it's the fancy leg, butt off the seat for a little bit, it's all fun.